Hello and welcome to Triumph. My name is Okello Sharon Nagenjwa. I hope you have had an amazing week because I am about to make it even better. This is Triumph Women Beating the Odds, where we share stories of women who are beating the odds and overcoming adversities. Meet Winnie Bageya Bagonza, a passionate educator who has dedicated her life to nurturing young minds. As the director and the founder of Windchimes Kindergarten and the British School of Kampala, she returned home after years abroad to make a significant impact in her community. Her journey reflects a deep commitment to creating safe, loving environments where children can thrive and grow into future leaders. Join us as we explore her inspiring story and the difference she is making in education today. Hello, Winnie.
Hello, Sharon.
You know, it's when you hear a director, you're in the mind there comes a picture that is of a tough person. And here you are, all jolly and and calm. I don't know if it's just the effect of the international school or the living abroad. So just give us a brief introduction about yourself so people get to know you.
Well, tough person, debatable, but maybe, I don't know. Yes, as you said, I'm Winnie. I have taught since 1991.
Wow.
I love teaching. I love working with children. I'm especially passionate about people that are able differently.
Yeah.
Yes, very
Wow.
passionate about them. It's one of our pillars at the BSK.
Mm.
So started the teaching in 91
Yes.
at Rainbow International School. I was one of the founder teachers.
Yes.
9 years of teaching with no qualification.
Wow.
Went away for 6 and a bit years and came back and started my own.
Wow.
Yes, started as a kindergarten
Mm.
with 4 children.
Yes.
Grew after 7 years to a primary, 8 years to a secondary, and the rest is history.
Geez. Okay. You're already starting the journey, and I'm getting a bit teary.
Oh,
because because I know how hard it is to start stuff.
it
So
is.
can you get to that?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So the starting came from a rejection of a job. I was not given a job,
Yeah.
not because I didn't qualify, but for reasons best known to the person that rejected me.
Yes.
And my heart was set in going back to the UK. However, I thought if I've done it once, I can do it again.
Yeah.
So I started in a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
It was my auntie's house.
Yeah.
Rented, but flexible terms.
Yes.
When you're starting, very flexible terms. I could pay when I get the money, and they trusted me, so I'm grateful for that.
Yes.
And I remember my sister gave me a little plaque which said, and today's her birthday, by the way, 12th
Happy
November.
birthday. On the 12th.
On the 12th is her birthday, 12th
Yeah.
of November. So she gave me a little plaque, Jeremiah 29:11, that says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you."
Yeah.
And I
not
stood
to
by
harm
that.
you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I stood by that. I knew that if God's plans for me are good plans,
Yes.
it will definitely work. So I started with 4 children. 2 of them were my best friend's children,
Okay. Okay.
a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
And then another one was another friend's child. And then the third one was a a relative to one of my employees then.
That's interesting because relatives and friends are not one to trust you
True.
when you're
Very
starting a
true.
business. Yeah. They're the last customers.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Okay.
So I guess I'm blessed with very good friends.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So it started in 2005. It wasn't easy. There's a lot of bureaucracy and red tape in getting things done officially and putting things in place, but somehow it worked out.
Yeah.
A lot of help along the way, a lot of direction. I think I encountered many people who had positive energies. One is now my current business partner because I started off alone.
Yeah.
And then, but she gave me a lot of insight on how to run a kindergarten, what to expect. She gave me a good wealth of information. So 6 years of the opening of the kindergarten, one of my parents decided they're not taking their children away, but they were too big for the school.
Yes.
So I had to think of what to do next, which was grow.
Yes.
So I grew.
So you grew?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Grew to the primary. Primary was not a one-person chore. It's not an easy. Working with children is not easy, especially if you're not present.
That's true.
You have to be present.
That's true.
There was no way I was going to be present at the kindergarten and at the primary. So the best thing to do was to get partners.
Okay.
So I got 2 partners who are my partners at the primary, British Primary Secondary, which is British School of Kampala.
Yeah.
One of them was because she actually showed me the ropes.
Yes.
Yeah, she showed me the ropes. That's Roberta Newman. She showed me the ropes. She was so easy to deal with, and she was so free with information. Normally, if you're starting something that I'm already doing, I'll think, what bright ideas do you have that I don't?
Exactly.
But she was very open and happy to share.
It's smooth.
You know, and every time I had a pitfall or I hit a wall, a snag, I'd call, and she'd be so happy to laugh me through it.
Yes.
Literally, you know, she'd laugh and say, oh my goodness, you haven't seen the worst of it yet.
Okay.
So it was good to actually have someone that we can, you know, butt ideas.
And connect with.
Yes. So when the opportunity came, she was the first person I went to help with the primary. She wasn't very forthcoming, but I wasn't very
easy either.
Yeah, I said, girl, you're coming in this with me. And she did. And yeah, we're partners. The third partner was a gentleman, Mark Dixon, who left us. He retired and we got another person. But yes, working with partners has been another experience altogether.
Yeah.
When you work alone, you make all your decisions.
Yes.
You make all your... I mean, you don't have to ask.
Yes.
You make your financial mistakes alone.
Yes.
But working with partners has been a beautiful journey because I have people to discuss stuff with.
Does it keep you in check?
As well, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of policies have to be followed because we could get personal wrangles or personal, which we do sometimes, not often.
Sometimes.
But we do sometimes, you know, then we'll go back and say, what does the policy say? You know, because we're covered by policy, we're covered by the law. So what does it say? And then we move past it.
Okay.
It's never personal.
Okay.
It's work.
So question, so along your journey, as you started, because normally people start and then things are moving on smooth, but then there are these hiccups that come along the way. Did you ever feel like getting off and just running away?
Yes, absolutely. I kept thinking of my safety net in the UK where if I didn't work, they'll give me money anyway. Yes. In the beginning, people don't really know you, so nobody really trusts you.
Yeah.
And then you start to show, and I had my personal values and morals are so strong. I'm scared to bend them, because I guess if I do, I'll go off on a different tangent. There are certain things I will not do for any reason. And if I've set my goalposts, I don't want to shift them because I'll confuse myself.
Yes.
So the first thing was the calendar. Why does your calendar begin in September?
Yes.
That's the school calendar. That was a big hit, because parents would say, no, I'd like to bring my child, but your calendar is a bit askew.
Yes.
Now it's normal.
Okay.
Then it was falling out with people.
Yeah.
Then as well, a parent will come and insult you. Literally, I kid you not, insult you. As a mother, and I don't hold it against them, because as a mother, I'll insult someone for my child, right?
Yes.
But then when they discover that their insult was not founded, I'd appreciate an apology, which never came.
They would never want to feel like
no.
Yes.
And then the biggest one, finances.
Isn't that? Yo.
Finances.
Before we get there, I'm coming there. Yes, there are those moments. You just start something and it's moving so well, and then you just hit a bump and you want to up and run. But guess what? Triumph is here to show you that that is not even the worst. The worst is coming, and you have to wear the gloves and get ready for them, because opportunity is only there for those who are prepared. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back from that short break. And for those who have just joined us, especially educators, teachers, and parents that have kids in school, this is definitely for you. And those who are starting out a business and you do not know where to start from, and those who are stuck as well, this is for you. I'm right here with Winnie, and as we continue with our conversation about how she started her school, the kindergarten, and then with the partnerships, a whole hula baloo. And here she is, still standing, and we're asking ourselves, how is she doing it? So, now to the finances. That part clearly makes you want to run.
True. You underestimate the amount of money you use vis-a-vis the amount of money you get in.
That's true.
It's little things: a desk, a crayon, a paper, a book, a resource of sorts, something as simple as toilet paper, and you won't not buy the toilet paper because you do need it. You want a certain standard, but your finances are saying something different. And I'm scared of loans.
Yeah.
They're not bad, but I'm terrified of loans.
Yeah.
So trying to make the money stretch enough to make sure you have everything you need, which
and
is
to
not
maintain the standard you've set.
It's not easy, but it's doable.
Yeah.
So I learned to prioritize, I learned to plan, I learned to budget, I learned to do side hustles that will help run the main hustle,
Yeah.
So because school runs from Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday are days that, So on Saturdays I'd organize things like cardboard sales.
Okay.
Because I was renting.
Yes.
So cardboard sales at the premises, we call them the white elephant sales. Bring in anything you don't want and sell it for a fee of, I'm just putting a figure, 20,000 per stall. And so you have to always think, how do I make more money without losing track of your main objective? And yes, I use the space I have. I used my social capital. I have a wealth of social capital. If you need to invest in anything, before you invest in finances, social capital. Social capital, you have to know the right people who will make things move without judging you or trying to put you down. And yes, I have a wealth of social capital. So I learned how to multiply from small to gradual.
Yeah.
Yes. I learned that there's people you can go to in times of need, and they'll be happy to help a bit, to help push you on.
Yeah.
And then there's people you meet who'll say, if you knew you couldn't manage, why did you even start?
Yeah.
So you have the naysayers, and it comes from a good place.
Yes.
Do what you can manage. Don't make us your solutions,
Yeah.
But it's a determination of, I know I'm going somewhere. Remember, Jeremiah 29:11, I know the plans I have for you. I am going to prosper
you and not to harm you.
So I kept that in mind, and I said, okay, this is just one of the things. You have to be tested to be able to testify.
Exactly.
So, and then also trying to remember that I'm not the only teacher in Uganda or in the world.
Yeah.
But what is it that is special about Winnie that is going to multiply? And I pulled all that out, and I somehow managed to stay afloat and to thrive in the end. Okay. But yes, I don't know which particular one. I mean, I've had court cases. Let's just put it out there. I've had, and all those are setbacks. And then you pay monies that you were not expecting to pay. And, it's just a lot, but it's the mindset. I know I'm not strong, but there's a stronger power that will make me go through this. Yeah. And that determination has really been a driving force for me. Okay.
Your choice of profession, teaching.
Yes.
Why?
I taught because of my child. I'm not originally a teacher by profession. Okay. I actually taught as an unqualified teacher for 9 years. Yeah. And then I qualified when I went to the UK. Okay. I took my child to school, and I just felt she wasn't getting the quality of education I wanted. Yes. I'm not disregarding the school, because when you get into it, you realize that, listen, it's not a one-man job, it's a team. And then when I started working with her in my house, I began to love it. And then eventually I just became hooked. Literally became hooked. Yeah. And then especially with children that have, that learn differently. We've got, I don't do the visually impaired or the hard of hearing, but I do everything else. Okay. Dyslexia, dyscalculia, all those difficult learning, issues that children face. And that for me was what I wanted to stand out differently as a teacher, is to work with children that are not, anyone can teach an intelligent child. Yes. But it takes a real teacher to teach a child that struggles.
My question comes, teaching needs patience. The highest degree of emotional intelligence. Dealing with children, their parents, their guardians,
and the teachers,
and the
staff, the teammates.
I have been sent to check on this child. The government. How is that going?
It's still a work in progress. It's still a work in progress. You meet something new every day. Yeah. You meet something new every day. But it's, again, mindset. You choose. I was talking to one of your people this morning, and I said, I wake up every day and I say it's going to be a beautiful day. Even if it's going to be a firefighting day. Yeah. Even if it's going to be a day of, I taught this concept, children. Why have you not picked it yet? And then, it's learning not to beat yourself up too hard that you miss the step that you actually missed again. It's going backwards every time, doing a lot of self-assessment, a lot of soul-searching, and learning to let go.
Listening to you, Winnie, the question I'm asking myself right now is, why isn't she teaching my child? So we've run out of time. So just a last word to the women out there who are also on that road, striving to be better. Yeah.
So, put one foot in front of the other consistently. Keep moving. Have a positive mindset. Any pitfall can be used to set you on to the next direction of your journey. Don't give up. There's always hope. Don't give up.
Well, you heard it. Do not give up. Need I say more? Now, see, life is a journey, and you don't expect everything to move as smooth. There will be glitches, there will be hiccups, there will be bumps. But the question is, how do you rise above them? So don't forget to continue joining us on every episode. Until next Saturday, my name is Okello Sharon Nagenjwa, and follow us on our socials at Girl from Oyam and at Triumph Women UJ. Ciao, ciao.